You've probably noticed the model picker in ChatGPT, tapped the shiny option at the top and moved on with your day. But here's the plot twist. Under that single button lives an entire family tree of models, each built for a different job, each with different speed, cost and brainpower. Most people only ever meet one or two of them. Today we are finally naming names and sorting the chaos, so you can actually choose the right tool on purpose. I am Jake and this is nerdsection.com. Let's start with a big idea. ChatGPT is the app, the brains inside it are models. And there are way more models than the average user touches. OpenAI's current flagship is GPT-5, which isn't just one brain so much as a routed system that decides when to answer fast and when to think deeply. In plain English, it can sprint or it can study, and it switches modes automatically so you don't have to babysit the settings. That's how ChatGPT got faster without getting dumber. However, if you wish, you can also manually switch between the ChatGPT instant and ChatGPT thinking models. Now the species list. Frontier models are the cutting-edge proprietary max IQ beasts, the ones making headlines and breaking benchmarks. Right now, that means GPT-5 in several flavors, plus legacy flagships like 4o that pushed voice, vision and code before it. These are the do-everything models you see inside ChatGPT and across the API. Open-weight models are a different tribe entirely. Think community-tuned or company-released weights you can run on your own PC or cloud. Yes, you heard right, you can download it right now for free. You'll find the link in the video description. They are fantastic for privacy and cost control, but they trade away some of the frontier magic and the seamless integrations you get in ChatGPT. If you've heard of teams rolling their own stack for compliance or latency, that's this camp. Specialized models are the power tools, image generators, speech-to-text transcribers, text-to-speech voices, embeddings for search and moderation classifiers. They are narrower by design and they bolt into apps alongside your main language model. OpenAI ships audio and real-time stacks that slot into the platform with named models for transcription and TTS and a real-time API for live low-latency experiences. Real-time and audio models deserve their own shout-out. Real-time lets you build voice-to-voice agents that talk back instantly, handle function calls on the fly and stream partial responses, basically the backbone of live assistants and call center bots. Audio covers two lanes, transcription models that turn speech into text and TTS models that do the reverse. Both are accessible in the same developer platform that powers ChatGPT under the hood. ChatGPT models are the ones you see in the app. For normal users, today's short list really matters. First, GPT-5. By default, ChatGPT routes you to the fast general purpose model, what a lot of people casually call ChatGPT 5 instant, which the system card labels GPT-5 main. When your prompt is tough or you ask it to think step by step, it can escalate to the deeper reasoning model GPT-5 thinking. If you're on higher tiers, you may also see a Thinking Pro variant that takes more time but pushes accuracy further on complex tasks. The key takeaway, you're not crazy if responses sometimes feel different from one turn to the next. The router really is switching gears to match the job. Second, GPT-4o. This was the multimodal workhorse that brought native voice and vision together and powered a lot of early talk to your computer demos. It's still in the catalog as a legacy option and remains a great pick for projects that were built around its behavior. If you are comparing outputs or porting older workflows, 4o is the reference line. Let's pin down the GPT-5 lineup in human terms. ChatGPT 5 Instant is the speedy default meant to answer most questions with low latency. In the system docs, it's the main model. ChatGPT 5 Thinking is the heavyweight reasoning mode that slows down to analyze, plan and verify. ChatGPT Pro unlocks even more of that high-effort thinking in ChatGPT with higher limits and a Thinking Pro path that throws extra compute at hard problems. If you live in code, spreadsheets or wonky research, that's the knob that moves the needle. How do the other models show up for you? Inside ChatGPT, you can generate images right in the chat. Pick the Create Image tool or just ask for an image. The app will route to the current image model and give you edit and remix options afterward. That lives under your regular ChatGPT plan, but it still consumes generation quota. Video is now here too, via Sora. Plus includes a baseline of short video generations, while Pro increases resolution, duration and concurrency and removes the watermark for downloads. You describe a shot, optionally upload reference media, tune your settings and render. It's magical, but it's not free. Usage is gated by your subscription tier, and in heavier workflows you will feel the metering. On the developer side, everything is metered. The API bills per token or per generation, depending on model type. GPT-5 in the API comes in multiple sizes, so teams can trade cost, speed and quality. The developer launch notes also highlight new controls, like a verbosity switch and minimal reasoning for faster returns when you don't need deep thought. If you're building apps, that's where you'll spend real money, and where choosing the right size pays off. Before we wrap, a quick map of the rest. Beyond GPT-5 and 4o, you'll find mini and nano variants for low latency tasks, legacy O-series reasoning models, audio and transcription SKUs, image models, embeddings for search and RAG, and moderation endpoints. OpenAI keeps a living comparison page that lines these up by capabilities, limits, and pricing, so you can choose with receipts instead of vibes. Bookmark it. It's the Rosetta Stone for this ecosystem. So, here's the cheat code. If you're a normal ChatGPT user, stick with GPT-5 as your daily driver. Toggle thinking when accuracy really matters. Pull GPT-4o only if you're comparing behavior or migrating old work, and they treat images and video as add-ons that burn quota. If you're a builder, pick the smallest API model that clears your quality bar, reserve GPT-5 for the gnarly paths, and let the real-time and audio models do the heavy lifting in voice flows. The point isn't to memorize a zoo of names, it's to know which button to press when the stakes change. And now, finally, you do. And if you want to make your friends or colleagues look old, watch the next video. Here you'll learn how to outperform 90% of all ChatGPT users in just 10 minutes.